everyone and welcome to my place. Today I'm here with a request from Erina, and she absolutely loves and adores succulents, and she's asked if I could show her, and I'm going to share with you too, how to make a round topiary using succulents into a vintage French type urn. Well, I've found the urn. In fact, I've got lots of these because they just happen to be my favourites. Now, there's two ways that you could do this. You could use the round green foam balls if you've got them. If you don't, it doesn't matter, because all I've done here is I've used a couple of square blocks and I've just piled them on top of each other. And to make them all stick together, what I've done is I just got a satay stick and I've just pushed that down into there, right through, so that it goes down to the bottom one. This one I've got half a block down to there, and then I've got another block on the top of it, and then this block on the top just squishes into there. And then to get rid of the little edgy bits that needed to be filled in, I've just put a piece in there and I've put another piece into there. Now, I soaked this a couple of days ago and it's really hot and humid here in Auckland just at the moment. It always is in the autumn, it's the early autumn, so it has dried out. If you want to make sure that it keeps the moisture in there, I'd suggest you just cover the whole outside of that with some sphagnum moss, and that will help to keep that moisture into it. Now, I've also got some lovely little rose succulents. I can't remember the name of the ones that I've got here, but I just love them. They just look like a rose to me, and they're like the real thing, but they last much longer and they're so easy to grow. I've got lots clip up somewhere in the YouTube place on how to take cuttings of these to grow, which are really easy. And as mine come along, I'll actually take another little bit of I'll do a story on how they're growing and how to look after them and transplanting, etc, etc. Right, the first thing you've got to do is, once you get your succulents, is take all those little bits there off, as I've done there, and that little rooty bit there that's a bit thick, just try and remove as much of that as you can, because I'm now going to get them to stick into there, I'm actually going to wire that. So it's just a matter of getting the wire, poking it through, bringing it down, and if you can, wind and twist that around there, but if you can't, just turn it over and leave it. Now, I've got a whole heap here, and with this method of construction, I'm just going to start at the base, and I'm just going to gently, with those little wires there, if you're having trouble getting them in, just get a pen and push that into there, and then I've just got a little bit of wire there. It's to support that little stem there, but if you've only got a short stem, it actually helps those little wire legs there to actually get it into the foam. So it's just you sort of have to be quite careful with these because they do break. And then that one can just go around into there. It is much easier to get the pen or something big to just push that into there. Right, very easy to produce something nice with succulents. And the other thing I need to tell you is that you're going to need more than what you actually think of these. Now, I've got quite a big one here. It'd be nice if they were all the same size, but I just know that once these all get into here and start growing, they're going to take up quite a bit of space anyway. And then the next one through there, and then those little bits there that I've been rough with, just take those off, and it's probably much easier to do that. Oops, there's another one that I've just dropped off, and push that into there. Now, from there, the next thing I would do is to go into the centre, because I've got more of this size, put that into there, and then I'm just going to go as I usually do when I'm doing my designing. What you do on one side, you do on the other. I know I'm going to have trouble with that, and when I'm pushing the pen and I'm actually going down on that angle, so that I'm not getting a situation like this where all the wires are in, so that when I put the next lot in, I can get them in. Now, I haven't measured, actually counted all these out when I did it and tried this, because I just thought we'd be able to do it anyway, which we are. Oh, this is looking fantastic. And the great thing about these are the types of designs that last for ages and ages. So I've got one there, and I'll bring this one into here. I need to get another piece of wire to wire that in, just these little dead bits here. But the reason these are looking like this is because I've had them out of water for a good couple of weeks, and I had them sitting outside in the rain thinking that would be fine, but in actual fact it hasn't been. So I've got that one there, and I need to bring this into here, and I'll show you what I'm doing, just to push that down into there. I've got one more which I'll put into there. I've got another, that little one there can go into, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put that into there because I've now got all of these little ones that I can just push in there quite firmly and fill in the little spaces, or little voids as they call them in the trade of floristry, and cover up all those little bits. This is going to look fantastic, and I love these when they start to grow because they actually do take on a shape and a life all of their own. But just as a standalone design for for in the garden, on a terrace, they look nice on a dining table. They'd be great for a wedding. See all these little wee spaces there. And the other thing that looks really great with these is using lots of different succulents and poking them in. Now I've just got to go up into there. I've got these here, so waste not, want not is what my mother used to always say. Wee space down there. And one in there. Look at this. How easy is this? I like it when you get to this stage because it's just a matter of going around and just filling in the little holes. There we go. How easy was that? Oops, been a bit rough. How fantastic is that? Perfect. I just love it. And Erina, I hope that I have satisfied your needs for a topiary with succulents into an urn. Fantastic. I love it. And one more thing is I'm going to make one more of these. I love the idea so much, and I'm going to put it outside at my front door. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed sharing with you, and I look forward to seeing you another day. Thanks for watching.